Salam. This is Joan. The Korean readings are 57 and 63. 57 is an invitation to the ways of Allah, and 63 is about hypocrites not to be one. I'm going to start with a prayer. It's from Sura 114. Allah, you have made it daybreak. I seek refuge in you from the evil that exists, from the night as it darkens, from those that lure us away from you, and from an envier when they envy. Surah 57 is called iron. In Arabic, the term is hadid. When I researched why, it said that iron is strong and powerful, so it symbolizes God. And some facts about it are that in the United States, the U.S. consumes 40 million tons worth of iron, and worldwide that's 2 billion. So that helps us get an understanding that it's an essential part of our daily life. In this surah that tells us or encourages people to the way of God, it's said in verse 4 that he's always with us. And I thought, well, suppose you walk alone, and once in a while, in what way can this be? And it's because God gives us a brain without which we wouldn't be able to connect to him at all. And the ways of Allah give you trustworthy people that are dependable, that won't lie, and are moral. And they'll be supportive of the philosophy. Then it says, why should you spend in the cause of God? And of course, if you believe in him, that only strengthens the cause that you want. The opposite of which would be the values of the world, and those were defined as, a life of pleasure, luxury, and wealth, and competition. And then in the next verse, which is 21, it says, compete with one another with forgiveness from God. And also do want to mention that usually what opposes Allah is something that's unpredictable. Then in verse 23, it says that God doesn't like the boastful. In verse 25, to prove who is willing to stand up for God. And the last one, I was raised Christian, is favorable about Jesus. It says that he instills compassion in those that follow him and rewards faithfulness. The last verse, 28, it says that all grace is in the hands of Allah. The next surah, which is about hypocrites, is pronounced munafiqun, and it describes a hypocrite saying that, they usually lie, they don't keep oaths, they're an enemy. If you say that you'll pray for them, they kind of turn their head and act disgusted. So it says in verse 6 that Allah won't give forgiveness to any rebellious behavior, and all honor and power belongs to him. The last verse, which is 9, says, don't let wealth or children divert you from God.